Greetings and salutations, my dudes. We are here, we are back, and in a brand new year. And we haven't done this in a little bit, so let's just have a little chat here about where the channel are going in 2024. Since this year, I do have some plans, and I want to get you guys involved in this as well, since I do appreciate your input. And of course, when it comes to the channel itself, we've been doing PSO content now since literally January of 2020 and been doing it pretty much of videos every day to every other day with a few exceptions here and there, just, life. And of course, where we stand right now, I feel like we are at a little bit of a crossroads in some way, since I have always said when it comes to making content, is content when I make stuff, I wanted to make things about stuff I'm actually interested in. Might it be something I'm actually playing or doing that I'm enjoying, or something that might have the possibility of being something I want to come a part of and take part in. And of course, when it comes to NGS, as you have probably noted, there have been a little more sporadic videos happening. Of course, we still have NGS video, but we have also dabbled into making like Diablo 4 video around launch of that, Power, Wayfinder, which obviously I super enjoy Wayfinder. Any if the game itself is still alive. But man, I feel bad for the dev. The devs have had not so good of luck when it come to it. But nonetheless, I still like making videos about stuff I enjoy. The only catch that come from that is, of course, well, financial. Let's be honest, he'll be blunt about it. Is NGS don't really pay the bill that much anymore. Mainly, which the main reason being, of course, obviously, the game is not new by any means. The actual content we getting, a lot of it is literally repeat content with one or two things thrown on top of it to try to make it feel a little distant. A lot of the viewership I personally feel like, from looking at my channel, looking at other PSO content creator channels as well, is a very much a cap that have, or I should say maybe a ceiling that have happened as far like how much viewership you can get on any individual video. And since literally this is my day job, and as we know, life is becoming, well, horribly expensive to just survive. And honestly, right now, is sadly a PSO is not really paying the bills at all. And then on top of that, with of course everything happening with NGS, I don't want to say like I'm burnt out by any means, but I have been taking part in NGS like less and less over the last few months, mainly because of the whole content just not being anything super interesting or super long term. Most of the content that seem to be interesting usually will end up being done and over with very quickly, and then not counting how NGS handle equipment and whatnot. I have talked about that to many ends over on my live streams that we do on Twitch every single night over there. And of course, with that all being said, I still highly love NGS. But NGS right now is not really tickling the fancy as it once did. And of course, that kind of like ebbs and flow when it comes to gaming as a whole. And of course, because of that, you have seen me dive into other stuff recently. Mainly stuff I'm interested in for, like I just said, I want to make content on the stuff I'm interested in, and also a little bit money on the side doesn't hurt, especially in 2024. But with that being said, though, where we are coming in now is, on one hand, of course, we have bill to pay, and then on other hand is, of course, enjoying what I am producing and making. And then on another hand, don't at me when we got 3 hands to roll with it right now. It'd be fine. Is of course one of the things, or I should say, a handful of the thing that make me excited about the is of course some of the stuff I want to start diving a little bit more into for content in 2024. Which is of course my biggest interest is of course education and teaching, with of course the history of like the game industry as a whole, and how I just find that fascinating. Right along with having a background in game dev and working on games and indie games and stuff like that. Is the cool. You might have seen a few of my PSO2 video where we were talking about how to fix certain mechanic and of course certain game modes. And that stuff I find interesting of just being like what working game, what doesn't, any when the game is awful, of finding the one or two thing that, you know, is like a diamond in a rough that obviously could be done better in, well, a better situation. And of course, I really enjoy Lily talking about like that type of stuff. Mainly, like I said, education, game design, and of course, history with teaching. And I really want to start doing more of that in 2024 when it comes to more of my video, and also mix that with a little more of stuff that will take me longer to produce than like 2 to 3 hour Komoot NGS videos literally take roughly about there by the time you count in filming, editing, thumbnails, titling, all that stuff. It roughly like 2 to 3 hours. And of course, that's not the most, I get that way to put it, inspiring by any mean to me. And especially since a lot of it is kind of, like I said, with NGS being very stagnant right now, it's only so much you can do with that type of stuff. So my main goal for this year when it comes to like YouTube video, I still obviously want to make PSO content when stuff happens. I do want to couple some other games as well, to of course, get my thoughts out about the stuff I'm interested in, as well as doing some videos that are a little more like insightful into it. I don't want to go as far as saying like an essay by any means. Any of some people will. I would love to do more of like content that like a mix of like history on games, right along with like a little bit of like reviewing toward end as well, since I also have a background in game press, since I did work for many years for etroplay.info, which doesn't exist anymore, technically. And doing that for many years and putting out hundreds and hundreds of game reviews back in the day is, don't get me wrong, I did pull myself out on a lot of that, especially when, doing a review a day pretty much. But I honestly would like to also kind of get back into that a little bit, since I do have strong opinions on certain things when it comes to gaming. Um, and that it kind of will, of course, TikTok is kind of coming in. Well, the whole TikTok side right now is like leaning a little bit more into not only game reviews, but also like kind of off the cut discussions about the industry and what happening in the industry at any given a point. So I want to do also more stuff on that side as well. And of course, that stuff will also be, translated over to, of course, Twitter, of course, over on Instagram. I would say here on YouTube as well, but the problem that come with YouTube is, of course, that type of content is done in, quote unquote short form. By short form, I mean most of them videos are anywhere from like about a minute and a half to like 3 to 4 minutes, which obviously I would love it if YouTube would allow YouTube Shorts to be a little bit longer. I still kind of wish it was more a ratio thing. If it's like, 16 by 9, it, just a normal YouTube video, and then 9 by 16 be shorts, and, have a cap of like 5 to 10 minutes. Because I can do that. That's not a problem for a lot of that type of content. I can do that content 2 to 3 minutes. So when it comes to that stuff, sadly, that stuff will probably stay on, as I said, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. type of content moving forward. So that interest in you at all, I will have a link to all my social below. Feel free to hit up any of that. But with that being said, who knows? Maybe we can do some short guides or something. Maybe that way we will move for guide videos and more to like YouTube shorts or something. To of course, I get take advantage of that side of YouTube, especially how much YouTube promote that type of stuff. So that maybe what will happen now. Once again, some of this stuff is still a little up in the air. So I got an idea where this is going, and we will see if it's fully flushed out. But ideally, that's the other thing I would like to do as well when it comes to like all the short form media, and as well as short form here on YouTube as well. Make some more directly simple, straight to the point guides to help out for of course PSO and other games as well. But with all that being said, let's talk about live streams. Since I've been streaming over on Twitch pretty much every day since 2011, and of course, over the last month or so, we kind of have leaned toward that a little bit more than YouTube, mainly because, well, life and time, it's just obviously way more easier than making a video for say. But now that everything's starting to kind of settle down a little bit, when it comes to live streaming, the main thing I want to do for live streaming in 2024 is, of course, I want to come back to YouTube. Now that I get legally, technically, you know, we can stream on any platform we want. Twitch have got rid of the requirements and whatnot. Don't get me wrong, that never stopped us in the past and never stopped really anybody, because Twitch never technically ever enforced it by any means. Now having Twitch blessing, I know have made it easier for a lot of people. And of course, for me personally, when it comes to streaming here on YouTube, the main reason we originally stopped streaming on YouTube outside of like headline streams and whatnot was mainly because once we started like playing other stuff, because we did NGS there for what 3-4 months every night for a YouTube stream and Twitch at the same time. Mainly YouTube started kind of punishing us from doing live streams, and viewership wise and whatnot. But well, I stand right now. I know a lot of people have had great success, especially who have a way bigger YouTube channel that can kind of counteract that whole side of YouTube and promoting live streams and whatnot. And no matter how great all you are, sadly, we're not exactly to the numbers that will make it more, I get, palatable for the back end of YouTube. Maybe on a good side, maybe on a bad side. I don't know how you want to look at this. Is a cult right now? I feel like our YouTube channel is kind of in that like period of, I get, rebirth, I get the best way to put it. Since our viewership is a little all over the place when it comes to videos and whatnot. So at that point, I kind of feel like we almost back to square one when it comes to YouTube. Obviously we know, like, zero subscriber type of channel by any means, since we are almost 5,000 at that point. Thank you all for subscribing here on YouTube. But with that, plus how I don't know YouTube actually changing at all on this end, or what's exactly going on for the live stream. But I do want to actually see how it kind of gonna go. Obviously, it's certain games we're not gonna be able to play because of obvious reason. As I learned when we were playing Metal Gear 5, and of course, and Ground Zeroes. And well, if you know, let's just say them live stream, YouTube didn't like them all that much. So going into this year, my main goal for the live streaming side is I do want to like streamline some of the stuff at all, like what we stream, and of course also try to use YouTube a little bit for live streaming. So all you who will watch on YouTube, might it be because of ads, might it be because, let's be honest, YouTube got a way better video player than Twitch. And also with Twitch, kind of like semi falling apart at the seams when it comes to a lot of the stuff. I wanna try this again here on YouTube and see how it actually gonna go. So with that, I am gonna be streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and of course TikTok all at the same time. So you can watch me on any of the platforms you want, and support in any way you want. Might it be by what time here on YouTube, or through bits or whatever you want to do for Twitch if you are someone who watch on Twitch. So the main plan as of right now when it comes to the live stream is a few things. So to start off here, you might be wondering what exactly we're going to be playing, and let's go over some of this. So of course, Monday and Tuesday, the plan going to be we're going to be playing games that chat have paid for. Since it was a running joke, it got out of hand, and now it's just a part of the channel, and I'm pretty sure my chat would rebel if I take it away. Which is, of course, we do have I would say originally a joke, battle pass, but technically have become a battle pass at that point. Well, all the bits and donations, subs, all that stuff we get over there. Over a month will go towards certain thing, might be games, might be IRL stuff, whatever. And of course, we got a fairly decent like backlog of stuff that I am walking through to get caught back up on all that stuff. And of course, Monday and Tuesday is going to be that. It's going to be whatever thing that chat either have paid for, donated for, or anywhere in between on that. So like example being right now, we are going through all the Final Fantasies, and that was a part of one of the stretch goal or battle pack goals. So right now we are about probably a quarter way through Final Fantasy 5. So that will be like that type of stuff will be Monday and Tuesdays. Wednesday, I want it to be like back being more of a like an MMO thing, since that was the channel was originally built upon. And of course on Wednesday, playing PSO2 for a few hours. And then we will probably also jump into another MMO, might be Wayfinder, might be something else. But with that being said, I do want to bring back PSO for Wednesday, or I guess we should say Wednesday Fantasy, since some of you might remember when we did stream PSO every Wednesday here on YouTube. I do want to bring that back and let that be the week of checking out the new update, seeing what is up. Of course, playing with all you guys over on Ship 1 is my main character. But I'm planning on making some other character on 2 and 3 as well. So I can go ahead and play with all of you there. So that will be Wednesday PSO / whatever other MMO I want to try at the moment / I get live server game. Those days, I want Thursday to be playing or whatever. Might it be games we got for review, since I still get keys from companies from time to time. Or a game I really want to try myself. So that will be, of course, Thursday. Fridays, I want to, of course, play Monster Hunter. Mainly because, as you probably have seen, I have covered Monster Hunter games in the past on this channel. And, of course, we'll be covering Monster Hunter moving forward as well, because I really do like Monster Hunter. So let's be honest, Monster Hunter is just PSO. So we're going to be doing that on Friday. And so when it comes to YouTube live stream, Monday through Friday will be just that. When it comes to, of course, Twitch, because once again, we'll be doing all that at the same time on Twitch. I do want to give Twitch a day of the week that will be exclusive to Twitch. Mainly the main reason is to do some stuff that YouTube might not be the most, fond of, I guess is the best way to put it. Because a lot of things I need to get my channel a strike to hell and back. Kind of like what happened during the Metal Gear bit. And of course, that means on Saturday, I want to, of course, me and Sam have started a campaign in Vampire the Masquerade A, of course, the tabletop version. And so Saturday, we're going to be doing that with Sam. But the thing to keep in mind with Sam is, of course, I get the best way to put it, she kinda all over the plate when it comes to when she feel like being in front of camera. So because of that, that means Vampire the Masquerade Way might not happen every Saturday. The other thing we're gonna do, with this, and this is probably just gonna be, like, more of a rotation day, is, of course, the other thing I wanna do is, totally so I can make it a tap wide off, just saying, and also I need a tap wide off, which is a called gun plot. As you can see a little bit behind me, I'm a pretty big gun plot person. I have a whole bunch of gun plot that I want to put together and also wide off on my taxes. And because of that, I'm going to be doing Gundam stuff as well. So then we'll be a court stream with Gundam. They're going to be up putting them together, just, talking, discussing, whatever, just hanging out in general. And then, of course, outside of that, is of course watching like videos and stuff that chats to me, since a lot of that stuff would very quickly get demonetized here on YouTube, since Chad love giving me a music recommendation and whatnot. And of course that will be like a part of the rotation. Maybe one will happen, maybe all three will happen in a night, we will see. But that will be, of course, a Saturday. And then on Sunday, the plan is one subathon intently done. It's been going since March, but we down to like 7 days now. Is a quote one that it done here. Sunday, it probably gonna be our quote unquote day off. It's not really a day off. It's more of I want one day a week that I can heavily focus on getting video made, produce video, especially since I want to do more event type videos that need more than a few hours to get done. So that will be Sunday. Just a day for me to get videos and stuff done for all the channels. And of course, the last thing we need to talk about here is, of course, a Patreon. Is, of course, one of the best ways to support the channel if you want to go the pay route and get you some extra stuff. So what is happening for a Patreon is, of course, we going to be doing a lot more early content over there. Like I said, a lot of the more production side video will go up there first before coming out over to YouTube. Also, I want it to be also more like an archive thing for, like I said, Vampire, Gundam, reaction streams, that type of deal as well. So you guys can, of course, watch it if you're not able to watch it over on Twitch on Saturday. As well as a way to also archive a whole bunch of stuff when it comes to like pretty much putting everything in one plate from like Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, all in one plate that can be found right along with probably a handful of extra content as well for you over there, such as probably photos and videos of Luna running around and getting in trouble, and other stuff as well. Once again, I will have a link below to all my social site, so you can check all this stuff out. And of course, that is pretty much mainly the plan going into a 2024 here. So any more video coming, and hopefully this year we will start seeing a whole bunch of other stuff coming to the channel as well. And of course, once again, I am not stopping PSO content. PSO content is still going to be around and a part of it since I love PSO. But the videos itself might be very much more so to certain topic or certain like thing that will interest me or I think would be helpful for the player base as a whole. And of course, that might do it pretty much everything I wanted to talk about this year. Hopefully this year will be a good year, a year where hopefully my hair will stop turning gray from all the stress that is coming from, well, living, I guess is the way to put it. And yeah, I think that pretty much about everything. If you have any questions or anything, once again, let me know in the comments. So let me know if you want to see anything. I will do my best to answer, and we can talk about all of this in the comments below. But for now, I think I'm going to go ahead and do it for me. And I will go ahead and, like always, See you in the comments.